Okay, Matt Roscoe at the University of Montana one last time to talk a little bit about how you can use GeoGebra to create image files for use in educational materials. So one of the things that we are always interested in doing with bivariate data analysis is creating pictures, and because so much of our analysis is dependent upon how things look when we create a scatter plot. So suppose that I, using the skills that I've taught in these videos, I produced this picture, and what I'd like to do is, say, put the picture in an educational lesson. How can I get this out of GeoGebra and into, for example, Word? So the way that you can do that is very easy. One of the ways you can do that is by squaring up the picture that you want, giving it in exactly the form that you want it in the graphics view, taking the graphics view as sort of the camera lens picture. So I have it sort of, for example, I wouldn't want that picture. I'd want the one that shows both the X and the Y axes. I do notice that it does have the letter B on the line, so maybe what I do is get rid of that label, so I right-click on that. I've got the points where I want them, let's say the grid where I want them, and everything now seems about like the picture I would desire to have, for instance, in my Word document. So now that I'm ready to export, what I would do is I would go to File, and under Export, I would do the graphics view either as a picture, if you'd like to call things up as a picture, and save that graphics view as a JPEG. Or what I usually do is just simply copy the graphics view to the clipboard. So right here, takes just a couple seconds, and now it's copied to the clipboard. When I open up a copy of Microsoft Word, for example, I can now go to any spot on the page and say graph number 1, fuel, I guess, curb weight, and fuel efficiency. Efficiency, there we go. And at that point, I could go ahead and edit, paste, or right-click and paste. And here's my big, huge picture, which I can then format however I'd like to within Word. If it's too big, for example, I could make it smaller. And that's the way that you can get a picture out of GeoGebra and into Microsoft Word fairly quick and easy using File. Once again, we'll go back here using File, Export, Graphics View as Picture, or Graphics View to Clipboard. So that's it. That's the easy way that you can get a picture out of something that you produce in GeoGebra.